My name is Anca, and I am a cybersecurity teacher at Centerpoint High School. Through participating in Strive, I gained insight into the critical gaps in cybersecurity awareness among small businesses. This inspired me to empower my students with the knowledge and tools to address these challenges. It transformed my teaching by making real world application a cornerstone of my classroom, preparing the next generation to prioritize cybersecurity in their future ventures. My placement was at the Forge Institute in Little Rock, Arkansas. I went out and spoke to local businesses to address their cybersecurity needs. On behalf of Forge, I introduced them to the opportunity to receive a tailored cybersecurity maturity assessment report provided by the Arkansas Cyber Defense Center and Forge to help improve their cybersecurity posture. Here I'm featured in a Forge Institute LinkedIn post speaking with a local business owner. While attending a meeting with Forge to gather information from a business owner for the assessment report, one of the topics discussed was the principle of least privilege. This inspired me to base my lesson plan on it, as it aligned perfectly with one of my state standards. My lesson plan included a pre and post test to evaluate student understanding, a question formulation technique activity to encourage critical thinking and discussion, analyzing real world incidents involving the principle of least privilege, conducting research, and completing a quiz to assess learning, and exploring various IT and cybersecurity roles to prepare for lab responsibilities where students imitated and configured user roles during the Raspberry Pi configuration lab. Here is a sample of questions from my pre and post test, including one of the most important. What is the principle of least privilege in cybersecurity? I also incorporated questions about different career roles in computer science to raise awareness of these STEM opportunities. The question formulation technique activity was engaging and enjoyable for my students. It encouraged discussion and collaboration while teaching them to create open and closed-ended questions. Additionally, it prompted critical thinking about the principle of least privilege and helped them identify areas they wanted to explore or clarify further. For the Raspberry Pi configuration lab, students stepped into two distinct roles. First, they acted as system administrators, configuring user roles for a system administrator and a DevOps engineer while documenting their work. Then, they switched roles to become IT auditors, evaluating their peers' configurations against a rubric. This experience not only helped students understand technical concepts, but also gave them a taste of the collaboration and critical thinking required in real world IT and cybersecurity roles. On the pretest, most students scored low, 0 to 5 out of 16 points, showing limited knowledge of the principle of least privilege. After the lesson implementation, post-test scores showed significant improvement, with most students scoring in the higher range between 9 and 16. On the pretest, 60.9% or 28 students stated, I don't know, as their answer to what is the principle of least privilege in cybersecurity. 23.9% or 11 students attempted to answer the question but were incorrect, and 15.2% or 7 students wrote a correct answer. After the lesson implementation, 80.4% or 37 students could correctly explain the principle of least privilege, 15.2% or 7 students attempted but were incorrect, and only 4.3% or 2 students responded with, I don't know this time. My Strive placement at Forge Institute revealed a concerning lack of cybersecurity awareness and disinterest among small businesses. Recognizing that many of my students may one day hold management positions or become business owners, I've focused on increasing their awareness of resources from NIST and CISA. Using their resources, students created realistic businesses and applied cybersecurity concepts. This closely mirrored the cybersecurity maturity assessment reports Ford created for businesses. The hands-on experience of working with Raspberry Pi 400s, coupled with exploring how configurations directly affect users' access, sparked excitement and curiosity among the students in my classroom. I'm grateful for the opportunity to participate in Strive. It reinforced the crucial importance of preparing students to prioritize cybersecurity in their future roles. The experience has had a lasting impact on both my teaching approach and the level of student engagement in my classroom.